I'm Vinnie Politan. Great to have you with us tonight for a bonus hour of closing arguments. We are live at the courthouse in Walterboro, South Carolina, where today everything wrapped up, folks. This is it. All the evidence is in. All the evidence is in. Everything that they believe they need to convict Alex Murdaugh has been put in front of this jury, and everything the defense believes they need to show a reasonable doubt is now in front of this jury. So let's take a look and put together some of the pieces like we do every night at 7 o'clock, where we connect the dots in the trial. And during the course of this case, for prosecutors, for the state, the ones who want to put Alex Murdaugh behind bars for the rest of his life, they called a bunch of witnesses who were very close to Alex Murdaugh. I'm talking about friends and business/law partners, people who have known Alex and his family for years, the people who were closest to him in his life. Because as we've seen during the course of the testimony here, we've seen that Alex Murdaugh's personal life and business life, there was a huge intersection, especially in the type of small town living that takes place here in the Low Country. So today, on the stand, former law partner Ronnie Crosby of Alex Murdaugh's former friend, testifying and being cross-examined by Dick Harpootlian. And a little bit of a theme here for the defense, because these witnesses all testified for the state. They were powerful. They were very seemingly credible on the stand. But Harpootlian is on the attack today, trying to demonstrate to this jury that perhaps these witnesses have an axe to grind, because they are not just friends or former friends of Alex Murdaugh. They're victims of Alex Murdaugh, people who have lost tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and in the case of Ronnie Crosby and the law firm, millions of dollars because of what Alex Murdaugh did. So as things are warming up here in the Low Country outside, things are getting much hotter inside the courtroom during the cross-examination. Let's take a look.
You're trying to take me somewhere that you probably don't want to.
Oh, no, I think I want to.
Answer the question.
Withdraw the question. Let me ask you this question. Maybe this gets to the meat of matter here. Have you had to come out of pocket to pay back the money he stole?
Yes, and if you...
How much? Don't tell me you don't know.
Well, we're still counting, Mr. Harpootlian.
Well, how much have you paid so far?
We have had to borrow millions to pay back.
No, how much have you had to come out of pocket?
Well, when you borrow it, you got to pay it back, and I couldn't tell you how much has exactly been paid back as of we sit here today. But yes, and if you're implying that I would come in here and somehow shade truth in any way because of that, I would take high offense with that, Mr. Harpootlian.
I'm not concerned about your high offense. Are you angry at him for stealing your money?
I have no feeling one way or the other.
I don't have any feeling about Alex Murdaugh betraying you and stealing your money. I admire you. I don't know that I can look beyond that.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. It's sustained. There's not a question. The jury is to disregard the argument.
You are not angry with Alex Murdaugh?
I have had anger with him, extreme anger, Mr. Harpootlian, because of what he did to my law firm, my partners, my client, his clients, our clients, what he did to his family, what he's did to so many people. Yes, I experienced a lot of anger. But you can't walk around with anger. You have to find a way to deal with it and move forward. And I have done that. And if you suggest, you are dead wrong if you think I've come in here and told this jury something because of money. When we're talking about two people who were brutally murdered, then you're headed in the wrong direction.
Do you think he did it?
I don't have an opinion. I don't have the benefit of the materials you have.
Well, let me ask you this. You're angry with him, stole millions of dollars from your firm. You admit your firm's not even called the Murdaugh firm anymore, right?
It is not. I don't admit that I'm angry right now. I told you I've gotten away from that. I don't have any feelings because you can't walk around with anger. I have been very, very angry about it because of what he's done. And he did it in a very callous way, a very deceitful way.
And you carry no, I'm sorry, maybe I just saw some anger there. Were you angry just a moment ago?
No, you keep trying to push a question and don't want to accept my answer, which is what it is.
That you've just given, you're your Zen, your Nirvana, your whatever the...
Your Honor, objection.
Are you
Mr. Hart-Pootling,
forgiving him?
I came to the scene of these murders to support my partner. I was there. I saw things that hadn't even been talked about in this courtroom. I was there. I love Paul very much. I thought I knew who Alex was. I did not. And it's hard you might not understand, but it's hard to walk around with anger, and hard to even walk around with it when it's with somebody you didn't know and didn't understand. So you might have be that way, but you know, I've got to function, I've got a family, I've got to move on with life.
And even though it's cost you your firm and it's cost millions of dollars to you, you have forgiven him? You bear him no ill?
I didn't say I forgave him.
You're just not angry about it anymore.
I said I have no feelings. And I had to work on that, Mr. Hart-Pootling. You know, when you go through what we've gone through, not only the trauma of losing people we loved in a double homicide, seeing the aftermath, and then learning that someone you worked with for more than 20 years had been stealing throughout a period of time and deceiving us, there's a lot of emotion there. And yes, it was bad in the fall of 2021, and I have found a way to have no feelings. It's not forgiveness, it's just I don't have any.
You're not angry here today? You're not angry at him at all?
I'm not angry. If I raise my voice, it's only because of the implication that you were trying to
The
make
implication
out of it.
that you might not want to help him in front of this jury here today because let me finish the question, because he destroyed your firm. He stole millions of dollars you had to pay back. He deceived you. All that's away and is not influencing your testimony here today at all. If you'd answer that yes or no, then you can explain.
All those things happened, and it does not influence my testimony. I take the oath that I just took very seriously. And if you got any indication that anything I said was inaccurate, I'll be glad to address it with you.
Well, the jury can judge that. Thank you.
Unbelievably fascinating, right? Everything in this case, and a lot of that stuff for the defense, is really a double-edged sword. So Dick Hart-Pootling is trying to destroy the credibility of a prosecution witness by telling the jury how his client deceived him and destroyed his law firm and cost him millions of dollars. It could be a problem. Now, and I think the jury can understand if there's some anger towards Alex Murdaugh. And, you know, Crosby's not the only one. Ronnie Crosby's not the only one in this case. We've seen testimony from others who've been angry with him. Another law partner, the CFO of the law firm, and his very best friend. So let's connect those dots right now and take a look at all the anger that is aimed towards Alex Murdaugh. And think about this, because the defense will argue it tomorrow, that all that anger shaded their testimony. But did it? Take a look.
He was pretty good at hiding who he really was, wasn't he?
Obviously.
You known him for 34 years?
I knew him for 34 years, or I have known him for 34 years.
Thought y'all were pretty good friends?
Thought so.
Interacted many times a week?
We had his son Buster and my daughter were in school all the way from kindergarten on, and
But you shared a business with him for how long?
probably 20 some odd years.
He was your partner?
He was a partner.
You trusted him?
You have to. And I did.
But you have just testified that you didn't really know this man, did you?
Obviously I did not. I mean, had we known the things he was doing, we wouldn't have been ball partners.
And he could be very convincing with people, as you've come to find out from what all that you've uncovered. Is that correct?
Absolutely. He convinced us since 2006.
Effortlessly and easily lied to you for years, and you didn't know it.
Didn't know it.
Correct?
Didn't know it and didn't catch it. The way he was doing it was very, very cunning. When September the 2nd hit, it changed everything that I knew about Alex. I would have never believed that a guy that, was like family would have ever stolen from me, would have stolen from his family, would have stolen from his clients, or any of that. And so immediately, you you've got this rage, this emotion that you've got, and as time progressed on and you see the scope of it, I mean, I don't know the guy that after September the 3rd and leading out, I don't know who that guy is. I mean, that's not Alec that I knew,
right,
and Alec that I loved, and Alec that all of us loved. You know, did he have imperfections? You bet. Did he do things that aggravated the hell out of me? You bet. But you don't kick your brother out the door because, you know, they snore at night or you know, they've done things that aggravate you. You get past it. But when they do things that are criminal and they do things that affect not only him, but he's torn down an entire legacy, a law firm. I've spent 34 years, or 33 years, I guess, in this one place. It's the only law firm that I've ever worked at. I put everything in it. It's all my children have known, my family's known, and it's gone. We had to change the name. We've had to do all these things because of his acts on this financial stuff. Right. And when it comes to that, I'm mad as hell. I mean, you just don't know how mad I am.
And I understand you have a right to be very hurt and angry about that. And are you hurt and angry about that?
Oh, yes. I take it very personally. It haunts me that I let this, or that this happened.
You feel like it happened on your watch, and
I think anybody would feel normal feeling like that. It's a big betrayal of trust.
Does anything happen in early September related to this?
Yes, sir.
And what day was it?
Friday, September the 3rd.
Tell me what happened.
About 3 o'clock in that afternoon, I get a phone call from Lee Cope. I tell Lee that I can't really talk much because I'm in the middle of a crowd. He says Alex stealing money, that we found out Alex stealing money from the firm and from clients, and he's going to resign.
Did this shock you to hear this?
Yes, sir.
How are you feeling?
Shocked, betrayed, mad.
Anger. Anger. That will be a theme for the defense in trying to undermine the credibility of all these people from Alex's life, his professional life, which was also his personal life, who have come into this courtroom behind me and testified for the prosecution. To me, that is clear. The question for the jury will be, do you understand the anger, but did they still testify truthfully? That's a big, big issue.